Alright, we're live. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to another stream. As you can see from the title, we're going to try and make some liquid drum and bass today. Now, that's completely new for me. I've been doing some liquid stuff in the last week, but other than that, I've never, ever made liquid drum and bass before. So I'll just wait a little bit for people to come in, and then we'll get to it. Welcome. We're waiting for some people to come in. I've just started the stream. This will be interesting. Yes, it will probably be very interesting. I'm gonna try writing some liquid drum and bass today. Something I never do. And we'll see how that goes. But my PC is acting really strange the last few days. So if anything goes wrong during the stream, you know why. I'm going to order my new PC in the coming days. So I have selected a build, but I got a message today that one of the items that I selected for the build is not available. So I'm now looking into which replacement part I can get without sacrificing too much on the actual build itself. It's not a really important part, so I could probably switch it out easily, but I haven't really looked at which parts they do have, so I'll check that in the coming days and then order the new PC. So after that, it's all gonna be over, finally. I'm glad that you guys are sticking with me on this. So, as you can see, we've got a Una Corda here, which is actually a really nice sounding piano. And I think this works really well for liquid drum and bass, so I haven't really done anything. As you can see, the project is completely empty, and we're just gonna try and make something today. Hey, Artifacts, interesting change of pace. Well, yeah, it's not like I'm switching to full-on being a liquid drum and bass producer. It's just I've been working so much on the Neurofunk EP. Like, honestly, like the last few weeks, I've been working on it pretty much daily. And I got to this point where I just really didn't feel like working on those tracks, you know, just because I've been working on them pretty much nonstop. So I kind of like decided to just do something different for a change. And somebody in my previous streams in the chat said to me, why don't you try out making liquid drum and bass? And if you're like me, like, I never even listened to liquid drum and bass. I'm like a few tracks maybe, but never really gotten into the genre. And I kind of started listening to it. And the more I listened to it, I was like, let's try it out. So here we are, inside Ableton Live. We've got Una Corda, which is a really nice piano. And we could try making something today. So I have literally no idea where to start. Let's just play a bit on the piano, see if we can find something that sounds good. Let's see, I'm not going to play it in because I'm a really, really horrible piano player. So we're actually just going to write something. Let's see. If anything is too quiet, then let me know. I could probably add like a little compressor to this piano, because the piano is quite, you know, it's quite a dynamic instrument. Let me just quickly put a glue compressor on it just to make it a little bit louder. Let's see. That should make it a little bit louder. So that would be a D minor chord. That would be a D minor 7th, I think. Let's see. What do we got? Let's see. That should be a minor chord. I'm not even sure what chord progression this is. I'm thinking about if this would work. I think it kind of works. I have a feeling though here we need a different chord. Maybe that one. Well, it's actually the same chord. That's interesting. Let's see what we can make from A sharp. It's kind of the same chord. Let's start without the minor 7s on top, or I think at least they're minor 7s. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then we can end it off with the minor chord, with the major chord, I think. So now we're going from minor to major to minor, I think. Yeah. And to a major again. Hi all, chill stream. Yeah, we're going to try at least do something chill. So let's see. That's a starting point. We're not looking for something really special. We're looking for just a basic starting point to at least start a track with. And I think this kind of works. The chord progression is nice. Maybe we can put one, let's see, we've got here C sharp major. I think we can put a B on top. Sounds kind of weird. Maybe an A sharp. Let's see. I'm feeling we can kind of put that A sharp there the entire time. Like, it kind of works. Let's see if we put this one into a minor seventh. The piano in Liquid should be catchy in my opinion, but without being cheesy. And this checks the marks. You mean it doesn't sound cheesy, or do you mean it sounds cheesy? I'm not sure, but it's a starting point. And, you know, I mean, I haven't really played with the velocities at the moment. It's just regular chords. So we could do that, play with the velocities a bit. Let's try and make a second section for this. Yo, I just found this chord app for the iPad last week. You can actually use your iPad as a MIDI this way. Helps a lot. Would also help if I actually have an iPad. I don't have an iPad, guys, so... But anybody who has might be interesting for you. I don't own an iPad, and I don't really feel like getting one. I do have a Samsung tablet right here. Not sure if it works on that as well. So let's make a second part to this. I kind of like that part. I think this chord progression is actually pretty good now. Let's see, we can do some stuff in here maybe. If my computer allows it. Do you use other Kontakt pianos or is Una Corda the best? I have used quite a bit of piano plugins, to be quite honest. The Giant is also a really good one. There's one called the Grandeur, I think, which is pretty good. There's also one by, I think it's Spitfire. It's called Emotional Piano, which I really like as well. But lately I've really been using Una Corda a lot. And I really like the almost intimate sound that it has. It has a really intimate yet large sound if you compress it. So I'm quite a big fan of Una Corda, to be quite honest. And I really like the fabric things that you have as well. And I also really like the pianist section here that actually adds like a little bit of the sound of the pianist, you know, while he's playing the notes. He might be moving around on his bench and his bench might be cracking a little bit. You can put that in and it's actually pretty cool. Now, I do have to say that Una Corda on this computer is very, very heavy on my machine. And if I use too much of these things, it'll just, well, start cracking and give me buffer issues. Now, that will probably be gone when I have the new computer, so it's all good. Pearl Concert Grand by Impact is amazing, and I've tried pretty much anything. I haven't tried that one, to be quite honest. I did use, before I actually got Kontakt, I used the True Piano, I think it was called. I should still have it. Yeah, the True Pianos. That one is actually pretty good as well, and it's pretty light on your RAM. So if you actually have well, not as new of a computer as, well, just like I have, then true pianos could actually be a good one to use and save you some processing power. And it still sounds quite good. It's not, I don't think it sounds as good as Una Corda, but it definitely sounds good. And with a bit of processing, you can definitely get it close to how Una Corda sounds. So, although it's more of a Yamaha sound instead of the traditional Steinway sound. Well, yeah, I mean, both Yamaha and Steinway have great sounding pianos, so I don't really mind if it's a more Yamaha sound. Addictive Keys. I've used one instrument from Addictive Keys that I somehow got for free. I don't know how. I think it was like a deal with the Focusrite account that I had, and I could download like one of the instruments for free. I haven't really played too much with it, but for what I saw and heard from it, that one instrument sounded pretty good. Now, I haven't really looked into it too much, so I'm not sure about all the other instruments. I've only heard like the one that is in there. Ableton's Grand Piano preset for Simpler is the best software piano without a question. No fucking way. No, I don't agree. See, this is something that you hear quite a bit on my computer. If I use too much stuff, it'll just start cutting off notes. Just add a little bit of that fabric at the start. We can add a bit of ambience if we want. That's going to introduce noise though, so we might not want to do it, but there are some pretty cool ones in here. I think the vinyl ones are pretty cool. It just adds like a little bit of background noise. Let's try the pianist section. But for the sake of my PC being really slow if we do that, let's turn these two off. I don't really want to use like the noise. If we want to add noise, we can always add that later. I think we could use the pedal here. Probably want to do that. Let's see. Probably want to do that in the MIDI clip, right? Like we have the foot pedal here. I imagine that is the one. Let's see what happens if we bring that up. You can do some pretty cool stuff in here, to be quite honest. And there's actually a compressor in here. That's really cool. I haven't really looked too much into it. CC64 is the sustain. Okay, thanks. Let's check. So we're now at the foot pedal, which is 4. 64. Oh yeah, 64. That's the whole pedal. We've got the sustain pedal and a soft pedal, legato pedal. Probably the whole pedal. Let's see how that sounds if we bring that up and see what it does actually. Might be me, but I don't really hear any change. Maybe we need to use the sustain pedal. No, I don't really hear a change, so let's just forget about that whole section. Let's not use it. We're not really trying to make the most realistic piano piece out here. And I mean, it sounds good enough, right? So, I guess we should have some drums now, right? Let's find some drums. Let's find a kick. Increase the buffer size, it won't cut off as often. Yeah, if I could, I would. That's the issue. If I could, I would. But my buffer is pretty much already maxed out. My PC is literally an old piece of shit, and that's what we gotta deal with right now. I guess next week, the new PC will be here, and we will be able to do a lot more stuff without getting these issues. So I've been looking forward to that day a lot, and it's gonna be, well, very, very soon. So we need a kick. I loved your snare processing video, thank you. Well, thanks a lot for watching, man. I had a lot of fun making that video, because I don't really see that technique used a lot, you know, automating an EQ just to shape your snare drum. And when you're actually doing drum design, you can do that and get some really cool results. And you can pretty much use a snare that you otherwise wouldn't think you could use for a track, and you can just shape it into whatever you want. And it's really great, and like I said, I don't really see many people doing that, so. Why are all these kicks so goddamn loud? We need something soft. Now that's too soft. That's like an acoustic kick. I want something... Like, what the hell is that? Maybe with a bit of EQ that one could work. Yeah, that one could definitely work. Let's look for a snare. Good evening. Welcome to the stream. Bush, whatever your name is. Welcome. A snare. We need a good snare. Probably an even really small snare. Yeah, let's put that in. That might work. No. Come on. Like, all these snares are way too big. We don't need something that large. And my computer is actually really freaking out right now. It's probably because I'm using this search window. Let's not do that. Let's just go into my own folders and see if I have something there. That might be a little bit better, because otherwise it's going to search the entire sample folders that I have selected. Do you tune your drums to the song's key, or do you just use the sample in whatever key it comes? That totally depends. That totally depends on the track. Sometimes I'll tune my drums to the track, sometimes I don't. It just matters. It all depends what sounds best, you know? A clap. We can try a clap. Let's see. Let's see if I have something here. We just need like a small clap. Come on. How hard can it be? I'm gonna search for clap. So my PC might freak out for a bit. What have I missed? Thought you were starting at 8? Yeah, I did start at 8, but we haven't really... Well, the thing you missed is me writing a chord progression on the piano. That's what you missed. Other than that, you haven't really missed anything. So... let's see, I have some drum folders here. I think we have some claps here. need a less long clap. We need maybe here in the clean claps. Let's just do that for a bit. Now that snare, or that clap is not good enough. We need a really light clap, I think, for this to work. Let me put in a hi-hat as well, so that we have at least have a little bit of a groove. I probably have some hi-hat loops here that we can quickly throw in. Let's see. Loops, percussion. Now let's just throw that in and just make it a bit faster. See, that clap is not good enough. Let's see if we have a better clap. This is something I find really annoying with the Ableton Live 10 fades, is that when you bring one of the points down all the way to the left, and you want to bring it back, it'll tend to grab the first one, which is really annoying. You actually have to click to the right of it, and then I'll select that one. I think we should make this clap a bit shorter. Yeah, it's definitely better when it's shorter. Let's see if we have a little bit of a break here or something that we can put in here. Oh, I do see they have a shuffle group here. That could work. Now let's try and find an actual break that works for this. I have a folder called breaks here. Not really what I'm looking for. Let's see. I had a folder of break somewhere, but where? Oh wait, here I have something. Now we will have to put this in and see how it actually sounds when we speed that loop up. So let's put one in here and just set it to repitch. And then we're gonna make it a bit faster. So now we can actually go through these and find one. The classic one. Why not putting kick snares, etc. all in a drum rack? Because I prefer to work in audio. It's that simple. I pretty much always work in audio for my drums, except when I have to do something that I can simply do easier in MIDI. So stuff like making a drum fill with a snare that pitches up. That is just easier to do in MIDI than in audio. But most of the stuff I do in audio, and I have a really good reason for that, is because like right now it doesn't really matter because we are simply using one kick and one snare. But if I start layering drums and putting like 2 kicks or 3 kicks on top of each other to create a new kick with, I want to be able to visually see the phase of the drums. I want to see where the transient is so I can line them up properly. And if you do that in MIDI, it's really hard. You know, it's still possible, but it's going to be much harder to do. And I don't like that, so I prefer working in audio. It's pretty much that simple. Why do mine never sound like this? Just keep trying, man. See, that break could work. But I think I want something a little bit more rolling, something with a bit more groove. I'll keep this one on the side though, so that we still have it. Let's see, where's my breaks folder? Here. That's actually the aim and break, of course. It's not liquid unless you use the think break. I'll probably have that one as well. Not sure where, but I'll definitely have it somewhere. Yeah, man, it's really common practice in drum and bass to put breaks in your tracks. It's something that's been done a lot, and it works, you know? The only issue is you gotta find the right one. That's all way too fast. We need something really simple. Let's just see if I have the actual. I think I have another folder here called Classic Breaks. Hey, you can make your own breaks as well. That's perfectly fine. I'm wondering where that... Oh, wait, I have a breakbeat pack here. Maybe... No think break there? Wait, classic break pack. Ah, yeah. Here we have it. I'm not really digging the think break on this one, and I think it's been used so much already. Let's put that in. let's just keep that in for now. So let's load up Omnisphere. So let's take our chords here and put them on the Omnisphere track, and I'm going to go into them for a little bit because I want to get rid of that top melody. So that we just have the chords. And these are... yeah, it looks about right. So now we can let's go through the pads and see if we can actually find something cool. So let's get rid of the bass notes. Why use Omnisphere instead of Albion 1 or something? Well, because Albion 1 is... it's probably going to freak my PC out. Don't get me wrong, but I only have 6 GB of RAM, and that's probably only one Albion 1 patch, and then it's completely gone. So, I do use Albion 1 every now and then, but usually only when I'm actually sitting down and writing like a string pattern or something like that. But usually I'll just bounce it down to audio as soon as possible, because otherwise it's pretty much impossible to work with. Well, Omnisphere is expensive for a reason, because it has so many different sounds included. Your best bet would probably be Kontakt libraries, but those are really expensive as well, so... Let's not do let's just do a minor chord on the strings first. Kind of like that. Let's see. It's kind of odd because these two chords are pretty much the same, I think. It's just a different inversion of the same chord. This is like a C sharp major. And that's a A sharp minor. But because of this note, it's kind of like the same chord, because if we transpose this up, it becomes the same chord, which is kind of weird. Not a big fan of the drums, but we'll figure that out later. let's focus on the piano and the strings first, because that is a big part of this kind of genre. The high note on the piano is weird, not the strings. Let's see. The high note on the piano. I don't think the high note sounds that weird, to be honest. I think it sounds pretty good, actually. Wait, if I make these a different color, then yeah, we should be able to see it a bit better. That's definitely better. It was probably that note of the strings that was making it sound a bit weird, because it was on the F sharp, and I think it sounds better on the G. Second to last, second note in that chord. Let's see. You mean the second to last, so this one. What do you mean when I fix the strings? Yeah, that was definitely the part, right? Now, let's see what happens if we put a bass under this. Let's make a quick Reese and put that under it and see if that sounds a bit nice. Them single notes. Let's see. Let's just do this real quick. Just a real quick taking the bass notes of those chords. Let's see. We're not going to use Diva, actually. I think I'm just going to use Serum, because I know Serum a bit better than Diva. Let's do that. Might be a bit easier. I wonder why, when you can make something this beautiful, you want to destroy it with a 140 Well, first of all, it's not a 140 BPM drum pattern. It's a 172. You know, liquid drum and bass is actually really nice, but you have to find the right, how do you say it? The right light sounding drums. It has to be really small drums. They don't need to be that big. And I think it actually works nice. You know, it's a really cool genre. But whatever you like. I mean, I'm not too much into the slower tempo stuff, so it kind of depends what you prefer working on, I guess. Some people like slower stuff, some people like faster stuff. I did make like slower stuff before, but it was much more the funky glitch hop stuff, you know? Try 88 then. Well, that's just the same as what I'm doing now. It's just the gaps between the drums are going to be a little bit bigger. I don't mind. I like drum and bass, so let's see. What up, Calvin? Welcome to the stream. So let's add a few pitch bends maybe to this. Let's see how that sounds. It's already detuned, actually. I haven't really put too much effort in it. It's actually just two voices here. See, now these drums that we have, I don't really like them. If I put them in, I don't know. I don't like the clap, to be quite honest. You fell asleep in Serum and woke up to me playing with it. Well, that sounds like a good waking up too, right? I don't know. I'm not sure about the clap. I'm not sure about the drums to begin with. I've been using one other break in my other track, which actually works really well. That kind of break I was using. I was using that break in another track that I started, and it actually worked really well. See, it kind of works. Probably only the first part. Well, these loops are... I'm not sure where this comes from, actually. I know that I've made this a while ago when I was going through some tracks and breaks and stuff that I had in my sample folder. And I just took like some breaks and just started rearranging them to a drum and bass pattern. And just started making a couple of breaks that I thought sounded interesting. So I don't really know where I took the starting point from. It's just, I made these in a, really like a sound design session. So there's a good chance that they are actually sampled or combined breaks from other sample packs and probably layered with some other stuff. I don't know. All I know is that I made a whole lot of them and put those all in a folder. Basically, I just went through my sample folder looking for breaks and just started processing them and putting them in my folder. Anything that sounded nice, basically. So I basically have everything in one place, and I don't have to go and search through my folders just looking for the right one. but most of the breaks in that folder are more aimed at heavier drum and bass, so that's why I still have a hard time now finding the right drums, because most of the drums I normally use are much heavier than what I tend to use in these kind of tracks. Now, I know I never make liquid drum and bass, so it's all new for me. See, that's the part I used in my other track. Kind of don't want to reuse that part again, so let's just do this. I'll probably need like another sound here to fill it up. Page not found on the artifacts link. What do you mean? Which link? One of the links in the description, probably. Let's see, what's in there? Oh wait, you mean the link that's shared in the chat? Why doesn't that work? That's odd, because it used to work. They probably changed the oh wait, they probably changed something. Let's see if this works. Ah, yeah, got it. I'll change that link real quick in the description. One moment. Oh wait, here, I'll put it in the chat right now. Somehow, it put something behind it. Oh, that's kind of odd. Somehow the YouTube chat changes the link. It's kind of weird. When you go to that link, it puts a few characters after the yeah, it just puts a few weird characters after the link. I'm not sure why, but that's the YouTube chat doing that. If I post a link in the YouTube chat, it'll put those weird characters after it. Anything after the percentage, if anything after the name artifacts in that link, if you just delete that, then it'll work. Not sure why that happens, because it didn't used to happen before, so probably YouTube changed something, because it used to work. But if you delete everything that's after artifacts in the link, then it will work. It's kind of weird. Not sure why the YouTube chat is changing the link as soon as I post it. I'm gonna post it again in the chat and see what happens. Yeah, it just changes the link. It's really weird. Might be something in the settings of the YouTube. I haven't turned block spam messages off. I haven't turned it on, so that's not it. I'm not sure, man. Somehow YouTube changes the links. Kind of weird. Not sure why it does that, but oh well. Just if you go to the Black Octopus Sound website and type in artifacts in the search bar, you will get all my packs as well. So that way you can also find them. Sounds like Suicide Sheep. It kind of does. Kind of does sound like the stuff that he promotes on his channel. So this is the bass group. Let me just rename that. And this one is the synths group. Let's rename that as well. So I'm thinking what to do for the next section. We probably want to add like an instrument. Probably like a synth of some kind. We can just start with a simple sine wave synth with a bunch of reverb on it, maybe. Let me load up the standard sine wave. It's a little bit better. You like the Neuro drums and Black Octopus? Well, thanks a lot, because I put a lot of work in that pack. It took me like, I'm not even sure, I think it took me like 2 months to make it. Because it's a lot of drum sounds. So, and I made all the drum sounds from scratch pretty much, using processing and layering and synthesis and all kinds of stuff basically. So there was a lot of work involved in that pack, and it's been probably the best-selling pack I have on Black Octopus Sound, probably together with the Neuro Bass Patches pack. Those two are, well, without a doubt, the best-selling packs that I released. There's a second version of the Neuro Bass Patches for Serum coming out. I'm working on it at the moment. Got quite a few patches already, as you can see. Kind of looking into making some more bass patches and doing some more Reese kind of patches. And yeah, then it'll probably be ready for release. It's just a matter of making a demo track, and then I'll send it off to Black Octopus to have this released. I'm working on a few other things as well. Got a couple of other ones here, which I was working on. And same for the wavetables. I made like a whole variety of wavetables here that have not been included in any of my packs so far. So, maybe I'll include those in the Neuro Bass Patches Volume 2. Because why not? You know, I have them anyway. I think that can work with a sine wave patch. Maybe add a little bit of stereo widening to it. So what if we press the capture button now? Should work. What has it actually saved? It has only saved like a little bit. That's kind of awkward. Probably have to set that somewhere. Let's just play this for a bit and let's just record into this track and see if we can come up with something. few parts in there that I quite like. I like that first part, so... that kind of works. That part is a little weird. This part kind of sounds nice. It's a weird part. Let's see. I don't know. That double note sounds really weird, but it sounds kind of nice at the same time. Thank you for all your videos, man. I'm off to produce. Join Discord. Have no idea how helpful that first season was 3 years ago. Oh, wow, man. To be honest, when I look back at those videos from like, well, you said it 3 years ago. When I look back at those videos, I'm cringing so hard. It's been such a long time since I started doing YouTube. And if I look back at my first year of doing YouTube, man, I've grown quite a bit. So, but, it kind of still, I get a lot of people saying that they actually learned a lot from that season. Even though when I'm looking back at it, think like, what was I doing? But, I guess a lot of people just like it, you know? And, I'll keep on going. This year, the tutorials are going to be a lot better, especially when the new PC is in, because that thing is going to be a beast. I'm not kidding. We're going to build I'm spending about little over 2,000 euros, so it's definitely going to be a good one, and it'll definitely keep me going for the coming years, and I've been looking forward to that, man. The day that I can get rid of this old machine is going to be really good. Looking forward to buy this album. Well, so far I've only got one track. This is actually the second track that I've started in this genre, and the first one is not finished either. It's actually just a little sketch similar to this one, but it does sound good, so I might actually just make a small EP in Liquid stuff. I've never done that before, so it might be a good thing to do. Ableton, whether you have an idea or not, just good to spend time. Well, honestly, whatever you do, whichever DAW you use doesn't really matter. If you don't have an idea what to make, just start experimenting, because there's no such thing as lost time. You know, there's no such thing as spending your time wrong when you're using a DAW, because as long as you're doing something in your DAW, you are practicing and you are learning and you are improving. It might not be going quick, you might not improve fast, but believe me, as long as you're working inside your DAW, at least you're practicing, and that's very important. I like the double note, it sounds natural. Yeah, it sounds kind of interesting. Agree, the double note sounds natural. Well, then we'll keep the double note in. It's as simple as that. I actually like it as well. Let's see how it sounds in solo. It's kind of weird. I'm not sure if it's the second note that you hear a lot. I think it's just that D sharp to F sharp that you're hearing. It kind of adds like a delay almost, because you're kind of like adding a note here. So if I make it a bit quieter, it should pretty much be like a delay. But only on that note, which is quite interesting. Dude, where to get good Loopfoot liquid DNB? You make them yourself. That's the best answer I can give you. Yeah, man. If you want to, anybody of you who are watching right now, if you want to be part of a music production community, I run a server on Discord, which is currently already quite big. We have about 500 producers members in that forum. What am I talking about? In that Discord server. And if you want to be part of that, I'm there pretty much every single day. So if you want to ask me questions, or if you want to get some tips on your music, or if you just want to share your stuff with other like-minded drum and bass producers, then the Discord server is probably a good place for you to check out. It's growing pretty rapidly, so that's all good. I like that we see, I like to see a lot of members coming in, and I hear a lot of great music in the server as well, so it's always great to hear you guys' tracks, and sometimes it even helps me getting some inspiration going. Yeah, well, if you want to connect more with other people, then hey, Discord and stuff like that is probably what you want to check out. It is indeed quite like Ventrilo, but then a little bit better. I still remember using Ventrilo a long time ago. It was back when I was doing beatboxing, and I actually used to use Ventrilo quite a lot and do like beatbox battles with other people from Europe. It was quite a fun time, but it's been way too long since I've done that. I don't really do any beatboxing anymore. But question, any tips for getting out of producer's block? Producer's block is actually what I do is usually is I'll just start playing around, basically. If I don't have any idea what to make or what to do, and everything I try just sounds like shit, what I do usually is I just start loading up plugins or effects that I don't really use a lot, you know, and just start putting those on sounds that you normally wouldn't put it on, and just see what happens, you know. Usually I find when you start doing stuff that is a little bit out of your comfort zone, I tend to get ideas more quickly, and along the way, it usually inspires me at some point. Other thing to do might be to just, you know, try something else in a different genre, like I'm doing now. I'm trying to make liquid, which is something I never do. And earlier this week, I did it for the first time, and I was inspired as hell. You know, I literally, I was so inspired during that track, and it's just because I do something different than I normally do. Now, I have beat block, but my sounds are always weak as fuck. Can never get past the drums. Yeah, well, I don't know. It's always hard, you know, when you have a writer's block. For me, it's just a matter of it's sometimes a combination of things, you know. Sometimes I just go out and do something else other than making music. I also have a hobby called photography, so I like to do that as well. And it's sometimes a good break to do, you know, when I don't feel like producing, or everything I try and make sounds like shit. I tend to just, you know, first start experimenting in my DAW, just seeing if I can get some inspiration that way. And if that doesn't work either, then one other thing I could do is just go into my old unfinished projects folder and just see if there is something in there that sparks my interest. But if not, then usually what I'll do is just grab my camera and go outside for a bit and just spend the night shooting photos. And when I come home, I'll probably spend some time editing the photos. And then a few days later, I'll get back to music. And usually that'll fix my writer's block. But, you know, it's usually a combination of things, just trying out new stuff and hoping to find something that inspires you. And inspiration can come from a lot of places, guys. That's the main thing that you should understand. It doesn't have to come from music. Like, I get so inspired when I'm out shooting photos in an abandoned factory of some kind. It usually gives me really just the atmosphere, you know, gives me a inspiration to make dark tracks or something like that, you know? And it can come from a lot of things, you know? Sometimes you get inspiration from watching a movie, you know? That could work as well. It really varies per person as well, what you get inspired by. So ultimately, in the end, you are the only one who can answer that question, because everybody is different, but I can only point you in the right direction, I guess. And those kind of things usually help me to get over my writer's block. But sometimes sometimes all you need is just a break, you know? Sometimes a break is all that you need to get back into it. And sometimes when I had, like a few years ago, I was at this stage where everything I made just didn't sound as good as I was hearing it inside of my head. And I labeled it back then with writer's block, but right now, like a year later, I realized that it wasn't a writer's block, but it was just me not being able to make what I have in my head. So it was actually a lack of skill instead of a writer's block. And I started paying much more attention at sound design, and that actually fixed it. So sometimes it's not actually a writer's block. It's just a lack of skill in some area of music production. You know, it's hard to figure out why stuff doesn't want to work. But eventually you'll get there, man. Just keep trying. Just keep trying and keep experimenting. Keep doing stuff until you have something that sounds interesting. So I guess we could just take this part. I'm not sure about this part. That part sounds a little weird. That kind of fixed it. Now I'm thinking, because I never make liquid, maybe we should have that come in the second part, in the second half. And just put some more, maybe we'd need something like, maybe we could do something like a Rhodes. Something like a Rhodes piano in this section, just to make the chords a little bit bigger. And we could probably use these for that. Let me give it the same color. And where do I get a Rhodes from? Omnisphere probably has one. Let's see how that sounds. If there's any questions, guys, let me know in the chat. The last two notes on the piano part. What's with the last two notes on the piano part? I mean, what do you mean, the last two notes? There is a chord on the end, so I'm not sure what you mean. Not the piano, sorry, I mean the synth. Okay. What do you mean? What's wrong with the last two notes? I mean, it kind of resolves perfectly back into the D sharp. So, to be honest, it's pretty solid. Because the root note of this track, or this piece we're working on, is D sharp minor, is D sharp. So the main scale is D sharp minor, and it resolves perfectly back into D sharp right here. Could even do C sharp on the end. That will resolve even better, probably. I mean, it kind of goes back perfectly into that D sharp, so I don't see an issue with it, but so, do we have some Rhodes in here? We probably have. Oh wait, I gotta press enter, right? Yeah. Let's see. Okay, there's quite a bit. Valve Radio Rhodes. That sounds interesting. Or maybe not. Sweetness Rhodes. See, that sounds nice. So let's see. Let me turn the preview off. It's going to make those chords about the same volume all. See, we probably don't want to use that top note. Just create a major chord there. And then we can probably get rid of this note as well. The acoustic piano, that's this one. And it's not Omnisphere. If it wants to load up. That's the piano. It's called Una Corda. And it's a piano for Kontakt. Now, it's a really nice one. Especially because you also get all these snapshots. And these can be really nice. Oh, I actually see there's a Rhodes in here as well. It's probably not going to sound like a true Rhodes piano. But there's some really interesting ones in here that can sound pretty nice. I'm not going to go through them because I've actually changed a bunch. I changed a bunch of stuff here in the, what is this called? The workbench? Yeah, the workbench. I changed some stuff in there, so I don't want to load up any of these presets because it'll change these as well. But yeah, that's a really, really nice piano plugin, to be quite honest. What is your opinion on using real synths for Neurofunk? Because I'm building a professional studio right now and my partner keeps buying 80 synths and some newer Arturias like the Matrix. In my opinion, hardware is really cool, and if you have the budget to spend on hardware, then go for it. It can be really nice, and especially because in Neurofunk these days, a lot of people use digital plugins, so it can definitely be a nice thing to do and might even give you a bit more of an original sound, because pretty much these days a lot of people are working in the box. So as soon as you start using hardware, it kind of makes it a little bit different, you know? And in the end, hardware isn't that much different from software. I mean, it all works the same. It's just that the sound might be slightly different, but you can do the same things that you can do on software plugins. You can do the same things on hardware. It's just maybe a different way of doing it. But there's countless of things that you can achieve with hardware that you can also achieve with digital stuff. So if you want to do it, then go for it, man. I personally like the sound of hardware synths a lot. I've been a big fan. When I a couple of years back, I worked a few months with a Supernova synth. I'm not sure. I think it's Arturia, but I'm not sure. The synth was called Supernova, and it was an absolutely beast. I had a lot of fun playing around with that. Definitely for like leads and pads and stuff like that. I haven't really played around making basses on it. I don't own it myself. It was at somebody else's studio that I used to come at. So I don't have access to it anymore. Actually, I don't have access to any hardware synths at the moment. The only hardware I have access to is my hardware compressor and a hardware limiter. But other than that, see, I don't really have the budget right now to go full hardware. So if I ever had the budget, I would definitely like to have a bunch of hardware synths, but I don't see it as a necessity at the moment, you know? I can achieve similar things with digital stuff, and as long as I don't have the budget for it, I don't really think I'll get into it. But if I could, then I would really like it. So what do we need to do, man? I'm really thinking about what we could do for this track, because I'm thinking about how you know, like, how do they normally arrange a liquid drop? Like, should we put a vocal in it or something? Let's see if we can find something. I'm not sure. See, the part that we have right now sounds nice, but I'm thinking about, does this sound good enough for the drop, or is this more like intro material? You know, is this more stuff that we could put in the intro to lead into a drop, or could this be good enough for a drop? Like, I think this is too simple. I think this is too light, and in the drop we need to do something bigger, yet still that same liquid kind of sound. But, you know, like, obviously this needs layers and this needs to be filled up, but I'm thinking about the whole thing. Like, this could, like, this part with the piano, that could easily be like intro stuff, right? Same for when the sine wave reverb synth comes in. I tend to drop on something like 3-bar riser and then a 1-bar downsweep, then the soft sound still drops good. I think I know what you mean. Have a riser and then like 1 bar before the drop. Kind of build it down again, you know? What you mean is not, if I understand correctly, what you mean is to not have the tension rising all the way until the drop during the build up. So you kind of like you want to build it up, and then a section before the drop, you kind of like want to fade everything out again, so that it doesn't keep on building up towards the drop. So you kind of like get that moment of silence a bit, of where everything fades out a bit, and then you drop it in. That could work. Yeah, that could actually work really well. Maybe compare it a bit to progressive house, make it flowing and evolving into a full big wall of sound. Yeah, that's definitely something I was thinking of. I think we need like a good lead, or like a good synth in the intro that could, maybe something like a progressive synth with a plucky kind of stuff, that could work, and have a filter opening up towards the drop to kind of like make it sound a bit bigger. Now we do need like some layers in here. I would probably want to add a bunch of Foley layers into here. I'm not sure about the drums yet. That's why I'm actually turning them off all the time, because I'm not sure about these drums. Like, yeah, I'm really not sure about the drums. So we'll see about that. What happens with that in the in the future, or an FM lead. Yeah, that could work as well. It's I would probably I think I do want to have like a lead in here that is gonna play like kind of like a solo. Especially on the second drop, we could do that. Hey, Exemption, welcome to the stream. Good to see you back. But yeah, I do think like a little solo lead or something like that could work, but I don't think I want to do that in the first half of the track. I think I want to do that in the second half, maybe introduce it a bit in the breakdown, and then as soon as the second drop hits, we could, you know, bring that solo lead in. I think that could work very well. Like I said, I'm not too sure about the drums. The drums definitely need to change. At least that's my feeling. I quite like to use a bunch of ambient synth sounds and arrange them in a call response type thing. Get it to work in with the bass. An high piercing emo lead with bit crushing. Sounds like a plan. Yeah, the call and response type thing could work, yeah. It's something I do a lot in neuro tracks as well, so that could definitely be something that could work. It's not jump up. No, I don't really think you'll ever see me making jump up, to be quite honest. Yeah, that guitar sounds pretty good, actually. There's a couple of ones in here that I like. Let's see. I think there was another one that sounded quite interesting. Maybe the phasey baritone guitar. I like how in Omnisphere, when you hammer a note down, so when you really press it down a lot, you kind of get the pitch bend already. It's quite nice. They have it in a few of the patches, actually, of the guitars. Wait, we have a lead guitar here. I think that's too much. These Smoked Lab steel ones are also pretty cool. I just don't like that the pitch bend happens a lot. I don't think we can... Can we actually... Oh yeah, we can limit the range. So that we don't get the pitch bend. Because if I want the pitch bend, I can always add it myself. So... That's quite of a nice part, actually. I'm gonna try play that in. Let's see how that sounds. God damn it. Missed it. Ah! I forgot it. Let's see. In the second half I had it about right, I think. Now we just need to clean it up. Next time, keep playing and press record with your free hand. Actually, I'm stupid. I actually have a record button on my MIDI controller, so why am I moving with my mouse to press record here if I can just do it on my MIDI controller? Damn. Yeah, I actually just switched my MIDI controllers. I was using a Roland Uno D something, but it broke. Some of the contact boards under the keys have broke down, so some of the notes don't work anymore. It's just a matter of getting some new contact boards that sit under the keys. So I can probably fix it myself, but I just switched it out for my other MIDI controller, which is an M-Audio Axiom, and that one actually has transport controls. So I can just press play there. That's actually much better. Good that you say that, because yeah, I also have to pre-count for 1 bar, which usually is enough, but somehow I missed it twice just now. But having the button on my MIDI controller actually works very well, because I can just, while I'm playing, press record. So, good that you told me that, because I almost forgot. I quite like these notes that are off-grid here. I think those are a little bit better. Will you get the Ableton 10? This is already Ableton 10. What you're looking at is Ableton 10. You might not see it because the browser is not all the way up to the top, but you can see I've got the collections right there, so I'm running Ableton Live 10 already. It's going to be released soon, so keep your eye out for that. What was it, the 6th of February, I think? Yeah, I know, the capture function that is there, I know that, but I tried it like, what is it, maybe half an hour ago, and it only captured a very small section of the thing I was playing, so I'm not sure. Maybe in the settings there is something. Let's see. Let's see if there's something in the settings that we can change. Like, there probably is something that tells you that tells Ableton how long. Why didn't you try capture? Well, I've tried it a few times before, and sometimes it works, but sometimes it just doesn't capture the entire thing. So I'm pretty sure they will update it and do some fixes for that, but for now I still feel like every now and then it doesn't record everything that I played. Like, it just misses out some parts. Ableton says that it works best when you stay in some kind of grid. Yeah, so you probably want to loop a very short section and then play or something like that. I don't know. I've tried it in the past and it actually worked, but like a half an hour ago, it didn't really work that well. So I still prefer to just play stuff in. I mean, it's actually just the same thing. You know, you just play, and the only thing you have to do afterwards is just go through the whole thing that you recorded and just find the part that sounds best. But sometimes I actually like to just let something play like this. This is what, 32 bars? Let's just, you know, have that play over and over again and just start recording stuff and playing stuff. And because in the end, you know, you might be playing and at some point you think like, oh, that part sounded nice. But when you listen it back, you might actually realize like, oh, like a few bars earlier sounded pretty cool as well. And when I record like a whole full section, I can then take the best parts of that entire thing and combine those together. So I most of the time just simply record and play and just see what comes out, because I wish one could do settings for capture in order to play slower and more expressive melodies. Yeah, well, see, the thing that I'm wondering about, like, is there somewhere where you can set how long it actually records? Let's see. Capture can also be used to overdub a currently playing clip. Capture will detect the tempo and place the notes on the grid. If there are other clips in the set or the tempo is slaved or automated, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it doesn't really tell you anything about... Yeah, that's what I usually do. Just record multiple takes or record one long take and just find the best parts, you know. It's a technique that's been used so long by so many bands and producers, so... You know, Tom Cosm will write a Max for Life program for that. Yeah, probably. The man is a nutter with that shit. I'm not that well known with programming in Max for Life, but if you can do that stuff, that's pretty cool, because you can make some really awesome stuff with it. That's better. Now it actually aligns with the chords. It's a bit better. Now let's try and mimic that same thing that we have right there. That's good enough. Let's see, what do we have? Artifacts, a couple of weeks ago, I heard you got invited for In the Doll. Any news on that? I haven't really been in touch with them yet. I saw that Wyatt sent me an email, so I still have to respond to his email. But basically, the thing is, they want me to do the same thing as what they've been doing already. And I'm fine with that. I'm actually looking forward to it. But I kind of like want to finish a bit of new music first, you know? The only like full projects that are finished that I have are older projects. So I don't really want to do an In the Doll with an older project from like a few years back. So I'm working on a lot of new music at the moment. The Neurofunk EP is coming together pretty nicely. I'm just taking a little break from working on that EP because I've been working nonstop for like almost 2 months on it. And I was quite not feeling it anymore. It got to the point where I started to feel about the tracks like I didn't really like the tracks anymore. So I knew that was the moment I had to stop working on it and just start doing something else for a bit. So I started working on the Liquid stuff actually and just playing around a bit with something else. Now I do think that I'm going to do a full-on Liquid EP because I actually like doing this a lot. Even though it's something I normally never do. I like Liquid, to be honest. Last week or so, I really started getting into Liquid. So expect a Liquid release coming up soon as well. Well, maybe not soon. I'm not going to get your hopes up, but it might take a while. But the Neurofunk EP is probably going to be first. But I think I want to take one of those tracks and then do an In the Doll with them on about one of those tracks. So I'm going to be doing another interview with another website. I'm not going to tell you which website yet because I'm not sure if I'm allowed to tell that. But that's actually the same thing. Doing a podcast interview, again, about a track. So where I'm actually going to sit down and, talk about some stuff about a track and just play examples and stuff like that, answer some questions. And that is the same thing. I told them as well, like, I want to just chat in any topic you want. No, I'm going to be doing oh, you mean in the Discord server? If you want to talk in the Discord server, check out the announcements tab. We have basically the Discord server is made up out of different channels. And there is also an announcement channel. The top message in the announcement channel tells you where which message can go. Kind of like gives you a brief description about what all the different channels are and what they're used for. Now, the names should be pretty self-explanatory already, like feedback and stuff like that. Should be pretty easy. Any random chatting can go in the general off-topic channel. So that's pretty much the main channel we usually hang out in, and just talk about random stuff. And if you really want to have if you really have a specific sound design question or a specific mastering or mixing question, then you should put that in the dedicated channel for that, because that'll probably give you the most chance of getting a proper response to your question. Whereas in the general off-topic channel, it's usually a bit more just random chatting. So that probably describes it pretty well. But I guess the channel names are pretty self-explanatory, so it shouldn't be too easy. And if you post something in the wrong spot, it's not a problem. Probably one of the mods will tell you, and it's all going to be fine. You won't be banned for posting in the wrong spot unless you keep on posting in the wrong spot after we told you posted in the wrong spot. Yeah, then we might have to do something, but you guys aren't probably that stupid, so No, it's fine, man. It's fine. I've been running this Discord server for like a year now. A year ago, it was all new for me as well. So it's a big upgrade from my previous Skype group chat. I used to run a group chat on Skype for, I think, about 2 or 3 years before I switched to the Discord server. And man, it's been such a great upgrade. I mean, Skype was great, don't get me wrong. We had great discussions on the Skype group chat, but it was just a pain in the ass to manage for me. There was like no moderation possible, pretty much, and I had to use like a third-party software that scanned all the messages of the Skype group and just showed me which members were most active and stuff like that. But I had to do that with third-party software and some weird scripts and stuff, because Skype from itself does not tell you stuff like that. So I really had to jump through some weird loopholes to get some information about the people in my group. And then again, I wasn't able to set up moderators and stuff like that. So switching to Discord has been a big improvement, because now I have moderators, we have bots that take care of stuff. It's just altogether just much better. And yeah, much more organized as well, because back in the Skype group, it was just one room, basically. It was one group chat, and everybody was just talking about everything in that one channel, in that one window. And that's fine if you have like 20 members or something. But at one point we had like hundreds of members, and you can probably understand that that gets really hectic really quickly. And finding back an answer to a question that you put in the Skype group was, well, pretty much impossible. So I decided to move to Discord as soon as I found out about Discord. And that's been a really, really good thing to do. Absolutely. I'm really liking Discord, to be honest. So if you guys want to be part of that, the link is in the description below this stream. So if you want to join, then check out the link and that'll drop you into the Discord server where you'll be able to talk to me and all the other people in there. And I mean, just keep it nice, you know? Just keep it nice. We aren't really that big on the rules and what is allowed and what is not allowed. Just obey the general Discord rules, you know? Don't talk about piracy or stuff like that because Discord doesn't like that, which is understandable. So don't talk about stuff like that, or, you know, don't hate on other members for no reason. No bullying, stuff like that. Just keep it nice, you know? This is nice to listen to. What? That? Maybe we can have this one start here. That's much better. This note right here didn't really align with the chord. Now it does. Boom, 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 boom. Are you making Liquid DnB? Yes, I am. I've got some drums in here as well, but I don't like them, so I'm probably going to swap them out at some point. I made these drums earlier on the stream. Well, made these drums. It's actually just a kick and a clap sample and a hi-hat loop and some weird breakish kind of thing. So the drums are this. But I'm not too sure about the drums, so... Yeah, the title gives it away. I named the stream Producing Liquid, so... or something like that. But yeah, I'm not sure about the drums. Yeah, I mean, it's probably that clap, you know, it's probably the clap that I don't like. I'm feeling something with a really tight snare, so a really short snare, but with a good fundamental frequency to it though. Not as heavy as, you know, in like dubstep or neurofunk, but a more like a bit of a lower fundamental snare is definitely something I think would work. But something really short, you know? rims are nice in liquid too. Yeah, definitely. Rims can be very nice in liquid. Now I do wonder how this sounds with a vocal.
Time stood still when I saw you. I saw you. I saw you.
Artifacts, can you one time show me how to mix respaces with for a general D&B track like Netsky or Frankie? Let me tell you something. I know Frankie. I actually used to be on the same label as him a very long time ago when he was still making dubstep. I think under a different name. He wasn't really well known for his liquid stuff back then. I think he made like, it was like he was part of the Dubstep Rotterdam Records record label. I met him on an illegal dubstep party that we did pretty close to my house actually, under an overpass from, well, an abandoned overpass from the highway. Basically a disused overpass, and under the highway we would do like an illegal dubstep party, and he used to be part of that as well. So
Riggedy wrecked, son!
I do know him, and it's pretty cool seeing where he got, you know, from where he came, and I think it's the same Frankie at least. I'm not sure. But Artifacts, can you one time show me how to mix respaces? Yeah, sure. I'll see if I can do like a video on it sometime soon. Maybe do a nice tutorial about it. That could work. Probably when I finished one of these liquid tracks, I can show you that really well. I can definitely show you how I mixed it in the track and how I got the reeds to sit nice. I don't think right now I can show it to you that well because the reeds is, well, very simple. So there isn't really that much mixing stuff right now. It's just a serum. I probably want to work on this reeds a bit more as well because it's quite simple at the moment. But I think after I've done like a good portion of this track, or maybe the other liquid track that I started, I can definitely do a tutorial about that. So yeah, I'll note that down and see if I can do that. Now I do wonder how this is going to sound with a vocal, so don't mind, I'm just going to throw a vocal in, and just to see what happens. This vocal is in the key of G minor. G minor, and we are in D sharp minor, so that would mean 4 semitones down would bring it in the right key. Now I don't think I want to pitch this down though. Let's see how that sounds pitched down.
Time stood still when I saw you. I saw you. I saw you. Time stood still. Time stood still when I saw you. I saw.
See, that one doesn't work. Would definitely have to find like the right vocal for this. I think I actually want to find a vocalist or something to do some proper vocals, but sometimes I find that when I just add a vocal, it helps a bit to get a better view of the track, even though the vocals are not the final ones that end up in the track. Let's see. These ones here are already in E flat minor, so that's D sharp minor.
Strike me.
That's not something I would want to use. The one I used in the other project, let's put that one in, because that one kind of works for liquid. And it might give a better view of how this sounds with a vocal. I think it's this one. So that's 130 beats per minute. And this one is in D minor, so we have to pitch that up one semitone.
I can hardly breathe.
See, that's the vocal I used in the other project. Now I wonder how that sounds on this chord progression.
I can hardly breathe, and I can hardly see, but I can't forget you. No, I can't forget you. I can hardly breathe, and I can hardly see, but I can't forget you. No, I can't forget you. I can hardly breathe, and I can hardly see, but I can't forget you. No, I can't forget you. I can hardly breathe, and I can hardly see, but I can't forget you. No, I can't forget you. I can hardly breathe, and I can hardly see, but I can't forget you. No, I can't forget you. I can hardly breathe, and I can hardly see, but I can't forget you. No, I can't forget you. I can hardly breathe, and I can hardly see, but I can't forget you.
I'm not sure, there's some other vocals in here probably that can sound pretty nice.
I don't wanna feel your fingertips on my skin. I don't wanna feel your touch if it's empty again.
Like, we can try that one. It's in a different key though, so we would definitely have to pitch this. It's in the key of A minor. So that would be 6 semitones up. It's quite a lot, actually. Would probably give it a more of a chipmunk kind of vocal style.
I don't wanna feel your fingertips on my skin. I don't wanna feel your touch if it's empty again.
Nah, that's not gonna work.
I'm so crazy, falling.
I can try this one, actually. I remember this one. This one actually sounds pretty cool as well. It's in E minor, so this would have to be pitched down one semitone. Not sure if this one works with the chord progression, though. See, it doesn't work on that second part. Would have to change the chord progression to make that fit. See that? Just this section here, and that section doesn't work. I think it goes down to C there, or to a B. Not sure. I think it goes down to B right there.
Fire and gone, gone, baby, I'm gone.
Yeah, I know, it doesn't always have to fit perfectly, but this one definitely sounds out of tune with the chord progression, that's for sure. Doesn't sound that good to me.
Falling, fading, down, down, down.
It doesn't sound too bad either.
Falling, fading, down, down, down.
But no, I don't really think it sounds good enough. Which is why I probably want to find like a vocalist. Now, I don't really know many, so especially female vocalists. I do know a lot of vocalists, but most of the vocalists I know are actually rappers. So I would have to search around and see if I can find a good vocalist. Definitely a female vocalist. Yeah, bass tutorial would be welcome. I've got a lot of bass tutorials on my channel already, but I'll definitely be doing a lot more the coming year. Especially now with the new tutorial format, the last few tutorials. A lot of you guys have been really telling me that the new tutorial format is really nice and you like it a lot, so I'll definitely keep on doing that. It's a lot more work making the videos though, so I probably can't do like a video every single day. Probably will be like 2 tutorials a week, maybe 1. Depending on how much time I have, because I still have a job on the side, just a regular job in a store, for a couple of days a week. So sometimes I have to work 3 days a week, sometimes I have to work 2 days a week. So kind of depends how much work I have to do. If I have less days of work, I can do more tutorials. So I'm gonna try to do at least 1 or 2 tutorials a week this year, but the quality of the tutorials is definitely going to improve. I'm trying to do a lot more shorter tutorials, because a lot of you people have been telling me, you know, a lot of my tutorials and a lot of my videos used to be very long. And as much as I like making long videos because I just like to show you the whole process, I do think making shorter tutorials is the way to go. They get more views. It's just better for my channel in general. And I can do the live streams on the side, you know, and keep those for the longer videos. So I would like to see you do more drum making. I actually did a couple of videos recently about drums. So the one about the snares is definitely one that a lot of you guys liked. And I will do more. I will definitely do more. I also did the Addictive Drums live stream not long ago. So that might be interesting for you to watch if you haven't seen it already.
Let me breathe. Lately, on in your I can't.
I'll see what I'll do with the vocal. This one kind of fits, but it doesn't fit that good. See, it doesn't work. The vocal does not work with that one chord right here. So let's just ditch the vocal, get rid of it. Screw that vocal. I'm probably going to search around. Maybe I know a couple of people who are going to, what is it called? Like a proper music school. Not like a music production school, but more like a singing and real instrument school. What is it called? Damn. Let's see. I forgot the name, but anyway, I know a few people that actually do proper classical music school classes, whatever it's called. I might be able to find a vocalist there. Yeah, a conservatorium. Exactly. I might be able to find somebody there. Conservatory. That might be the right word. Yeah. I might look there and see if I can find some vocalists that actually want to help me out and do some vocals on a track like this. Dun, 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 dun. I know how to do neuro, but with commercial D&B like Frankie and Wilkinson / Dimension, I want to know how they make their basses sound so good mixed with all the other elements. As the focus isn't on neuro drums, but more the melody. Yeah, it's mostly just a matter of carefully mixing it and making sure the low end has its own space, I guess. I guess that's the most important thing. How long are you working on this track for, Artifacts? I would like to hear some track reviews. Are you doing any today? No, today I'm not going to be doing feedback. I done a feedback stream yesterday, and I probably do a feedback stream next week again, if I have time to do one. I don't want to do more than one a week. I don't want to flood, my channel with feedback streams. I do like the feedback streams, so I definitely will keep on doing them. I have been thinking about the whole format of the free feedback streams, and I think I am going to change it up. So, last two streams, we basically had people donate and include a link to their track, which is nice. A lot of you people actually like to do that, and a lot of you people are actually willing to donate a little bit of money to have me review a track. But I also see a lot of people that either are coming from a much poorer side of the world or simply don't want to donate, which is fine. I'm not going to force anybody to donate. So I have been thinking about giving them a chance for feedback as well. So what I was thinking about, I was thinking about setting up an email address or some other formal way how you guys can send me your stuff. And then I will basically have a list of tracks whenever I do a feedback stream, and you can send me tracks during the stream as well. And those will all be sent in without a donation. Whenever I start a feedback stream, I will then pick a random track from the ones that have been sent in. And if somebody wants their track to be done first, then they simply can make a donation. So that'll make it possible for people who don't donate to also have their track reviewed. I think that's a little bit fairer to everybody instead of just asking for donations. So I think it's going to be a better thing to do. Because whenever there are no donations, I can still keep on doing the feedback. And it's just the donations are just going to be there for people who are coming in and want to have their track reviewed as quick as possible. You know, so you can skip the waiting list by making a donation. I think that's better. It's something I have been thinking about in the last week. I'm not sure if it's going to be the exact way how I'm going to do it, but I'm definitely thinking about how to improve the feedback streams and make it a little bit better, you know? The last two I did were simply just me trying it out and testing it and seeing how it goes. And I quite liked it. So, yeah, I do think Zenworld does it that way as well. I know he has like an email address where you can send your tracks, and then he picks one and does it like that. I'm not sure if he does the same thing with donations. If he does, then, you know, it's probably the best way to do it, I think. You know, I don't wanna scare people away, you know, making them think that I'm only doing it for the donations and then I'm only doing it for the money, because that's not the case, you know. If I if I wanted to make money, I would probably wouldn't have started doing YouTube videos and live streaming. I would have probably just gotten a real job. But yeah, I'm probably going to be doing a feedback stream next week again. So if you're interested in that, keep your eye out on my social media or on the Discord server, because I'll always let people know in there when I do a live stream. So I'm thinking about well, what kind of could be like a breakdown section for this track. Yeah, no, I've just really been thinking about the whole feedback thing, you know? I really like doing it. I really like doing the feedback streams, because when I was starting out with music, I wished there was something like feedback streams back then, you know? And I actually was able to send my tracks to people to have them reviewed. But back then there wasn't really something like that, but I would love to have something like that. So I definitely like doing them, because I do think it's a good source of information for people that are watching them. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what I'm gonna do. But I do think the whole thing I just described is a better way to do it than how I've been doing it so far. So I'll definitely see how it goes. I'll definitely do a feedback stream next week. I'm gonna take a little bathroom break, guys. I'm almost exploding right here. So I'll just have this play and I'll be back in a few seconds. There we are, back again. I wonder if there is a sample bathroom break.wave. Let's see. Let's see if there is anything called bathroom. We might be able to put it in the track. I don't think there is. Oh wait, there is. What do we have? What's that? I might even be able to use stuff like that as like Foley layers, but that's probably something I'll do in the end. It was fun though. I never could have imagined feedback streams was a thing. Well, it kind of makes sense, you know, because we do have these platforms now where you can talk about music production, so it kind of makes sense to do streams where you give people tips on their music. I mean, it's a nice thing. I wish I had it when I was younger, you know, when I was starting out. See, I do think a lead can work in the second, or definitely in the breakdown. Maybe not this lead. This is just a quick example. But I kind of want to introduce a lead here in the second half of the breakdown. And I then want to continue that lead during the second drop. I think that would work very well. Like if we put this whole section again here. Is that long enough? I think that's long enough for the break. Introduce a lead synth here and then have that continue throughout the second drop. I'll see what I'm gonna do for that. What drums are you using? These drums are made by myself, or these drums are just quickly thrown together with a couple of different samples. It's not really anything in particular. This one is from... what is it? Is it the Willem sample pack? Yeah, this one is from the Willem drum and bass sample pack. That's the main kick. That snare or a clap is from the BHK Premium Drums sample pack. It's actually a really good drum pack if you are looking for some clean drum samples. Not necessarily like heavy Neurofunk drum samples, but just more cleaner drum samples that you can use to process and to make into bigger drums. It's actually a pretty good pack for that. And these are just 2 loops, just to give it some percussion, you know. And this is actually the same loop as I had in my other Liquid project. So I might want to change that. I might want to do a different one, but I can't really find a good break at the moment. So I'll just leave it for now, and I'll just see what I can do to that later. And yeah, I definitely need a female vocal in here as well. But I'm thinking about finding a vocalist for it. You know, sample pack vocals are nice, but it's not something I would like to put in a final track. At least not the sample pack vocals that I have. Frankie Deep Down is one of the best Liquid tracks ever. Yeah, I think at least the guy you're talking about is the same guy that I know. But I'm not 100% sure. It's been a long time since I've seen him, so... Signed to Ram Records. I think it's the same guy, but like I said, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not that well known with what he makes these days, but I do know that he became quite popular. Let me check. Maybe I can see it. Let me check, because if it's the same guy, then I probably follow him on SoundCloud. And maybe I can see his real name on SoundCloud. Let's see. Frankie? Oh wait, he's from London. No, then it's not the same guy. It's not the same guy. Sorry, guys. It's a different Frankie then. I know, like the guy that I'm talking about. I know he used the alias Frankie for a while, and his real name is Frank, so kind of makes sense. But no, it's not the same guy. It's not the same guy. But I do know that he's also pretty big on Liquid, I think. So I'll see if I can find what he's called these days, because if I remember correctly, he was doing pretty good as well. You just munched a whole bag of popcorn to the stream. Good job, man. Good job. Be sure to keep drinking, though, because otherwise you're gonna get dehydrated if it's salty popcorn. So keep filling those liquids up. You get it? No pun intended. Let's see if I have multiply. The name sounds familiar. Yeah, I have it. Let's put that on there and see how that sounds. Right off the bat. Makes it sound a bit wider, yeah. It's quite nice. Let's set up a return track with some reverb. You're probably talking about the link. Let me see. Yeah, that link. That link is correct, but you have to do something somehow. Somehow the YouTube chat is changing the link as soon as it gets posted in the chat. If you open the link up and you look at the URL, you can see that there are a bunch of symbols at the end of the link, and if you delete everything that's behind artifacts, then it works. Somehow YouTube changes that link as soon as it's posted. Maybe I'm thinking maybe it's because of the fact that there's a link over the fact that there's a slash on the end. Let's see. Let's see what happens if I delete the slash on the end. Let's see if it's fixed now. So if I now type let's see if it now actually changes it or not. Works? Okay, good. Okay, so apparently a little slash on the end, a backslash or whatever it's called, screws up the link as soon as it's posted by the bot. But that's good. So that works again. How late is it actually? 11:30. I'm not too sure about the guitar pattern. I do like what it's doing here. Maybe just a bit quieter. So this part here can definitely go. There's already a Reese in here, man. But it's a really simple Reese. I haven't really put too much effort into it. But it's just there to give it some bass. Let me put these two on the side here. Let's try if I simply take a couple of notes from the chords. Because I don't really like that last section here. See, I think that works better, not doing too much melodic stuff with the guitar here, because then it actually just layers very nicely with the chords. So I really want to do like a lead there. Maybe I want to actually do some... I'm not sure. I think I want to change the pattern though. You know, leads, definitely those like solo leads are something you definitely want to spend a lot of time on to make it sound very good. Because otherwise it tends to get really cheesy very quickly. So I probably will work on that pattern a bit in the coming days. See how that goes. But yeah, I do like the breakdown here. I do like that part. It definitely sounds nice. Lead is kind of annoying for me. Yeah, well, it's just kind of like a placeholder lead right now. I might actually go into Omnisphere and find maybe I will use one of the electric guitars from Omnisphere. There's some nice sustained guitars in there as well that could maybe work for this. Give it a bit of a different sound. Like a reverb distorted guitar Not too distorted, but just a little bit of crunch on top of it. That could work. This is just a really simple lead, to be honest. And I'm not too sure about it either. But I do want to do like a solo lead thing. I think that will work very well. 12 semitones down and would be great. Let's try that out. Kind of makes it better. Yeah, we could do something similar and, you know, go an octave up as soon as the drop hits. I'll definitely have to work on the pattern. Yeah, definitely want to try and get some good a good lead going. I'm not sure about this particular one. I do like the pitch bendy stuff. I definitely want to do that. That's for sure. But I'm not too sure about this melody that the lead is doing. Might have to change that and do some other stuff. But I'll see. I'll see how that goes. For now, this will be good enough to have in here. Where are you from? I'm from the Netherlands, from the city of Rotterdam. So we probably want to do a bit of noise, a bit of a white noise sweep that we can use. So let's just create a noise file real quick. Let's just give it a random color. Let's group this in a group called effects. Let's drop that volume down a bit so that we have headroom. And let's just make a long bit of noise here. Just a long noise clip. Let's take the white noise. Let's just freeze and flatten that. Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm glad you found my channel. So you're glad that you found my channel, and I'm glad that you found my channel as well. So, now we have a bit of noise. Now I'm not gonna play this too loud because that will hurt your ears. And let's first start by taking off all the low end. And let's add an auto filter to this. We can do a bandpass maybe. Maybe a wider bandpass though. Let's automate that. I'm gonna unwarp this. Let's see. I'm getting a little bit at the end. Oh wait, that's the little part there that we can delete. Let's automate that filter. Let's start it a little lower. That kind of works. So might want to put a little bit of delay on it or something, or some reverb to give it a bit of space. Like, you're not really gonna hear the delay, but it's just gonna give it a bit of a How do you bend automation like that? You just have to hold the Alt key on your keyboard. Let's see, the Alt key. What is that? Is that the Option key on Mac? I'm not sure. I'm a Windows user, so I think it's the Option key. But on Windows, it's Alt. And you just hold Alt and you can simply bend automation lines. Oh, it's the Option key, yeah. Imagine a real saxophone over the beginning of the break, just some simple notes with much reverb at the background. Could work, could work. Don't really know if I have a saxophone. I do think I have a saxophone in my contact library. Not sure, but I do think there's something in there. Probably in one of the horn libraries that I own. Now let's put another one in front of here. Let's do the opposite. So we want to do this. Yeah, I'm not too sure about the lead. I'll try and rework that part and do that in the coming days when I actually have some time to sit down and properly think about it. Somehow, whenever I'm not streaming, I do tend to come up with better ideas. It's probably the pressure of you guys watching. But, oh, thanks, man. Thanks. Love the way how you interact with viewers' thoughts and ideas. I mean, that's something I like to do as well. I mean, that's why I started live streaming. It's live streaming for me is it's a bit of a different thing than I'm used to, but I definitely like it. Just being able to interact with you guys, it's better than just doing a tutorial. You know, when any of you have an idea or have something to ask, you can just ask your question, and I like that. You know, I like that I can immediately give you an answer back instead of having to reply through, YouTube comments and stuff like that, which is fine too, don't get me wrong. But it's easier to just be able to talk to you and actually say instead of typing it, you know? Plus, it's more direct as well. It makes it more personal. And I like that a lot. So it's almost midnight right here, guys. So I think I'm gonna be stopping the stream in about a few minutes from now. So if you have any questions about what I did today, then ask your questions in the chat right now and I'll answer them. If you want to be part of a music production community, check out the invite link to my Discord server in the description below the stream. If you're on YouTube, and if you're on Twitch, then just scroll down and there will be a button that is linking to my Discord server. So if you want to be part of that and actually talk to me on days that I'm not streaming, you can join and simply ask your questions whenever you like. And as soon as I'm awake and I see your question, I'll try and give you an answer. So it's a great place to be, and it's definitely a cool place for you to hang out if you don't have much real life producer friends, you know? Like when I started out, I had a few friends that made music, but not that much actually, and I'm the only one of the group that kept doing it. Most of them just stopped at some point because they realized they weren't making any good music. So how can you automate from a VST? That's a good question, actually. It's really simple in Ableton Live. If you have a VST plugin and you want to automate something, if you have the VST right here, okay? You see that little triangle button right there? You click that, and it opens up this window. You see this configure button at the top. When you press that, it opens the plugin. Now you can click any parameter in the plugin and it'll load it up right here. And then you can just simply automate it. Sometimes if you move a knob in a plugin, it'll automatically show up on your automation lane. But for some plugins, it doesn't do that. And if that happens, then you want to add it to this configure section right here. So you just want to click that triangle to open it up, press the configure button, and just press the knob that you want to automate. And it'll show up right here. And then you can just click that. So if we go to the automation, turn configure off. So now we have this right here. And as soon as I click that, it shows up right here on the automation lane. It's something I use a lot, you know. A lot of times, not every plugin automatically links to the automation lanes in Ableton. So sometimes you do have a plugin and you move a knob and you want to automate it, but it doesn't show up. Just do that, you know. Just add it right here and it'll work just fine. So I'm gonna play the entire thing that we have here, with the lead that I'm not sure about, but we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna play this, and if you guys have any more questions, then let me know in the chat while this is playing back, and I'll do those before I stop the stream. I really feel we need a vocal in this section. A nice female vocal, for sure. So that's what we have right now. We made quite a bit, to be honest. We made a good start to a track today, and I'm pretty happy with that. I'm definitely thinking that there is a Liquid EP coming up, and I'm going to be working on this quite a bit, I think, in the upcoming week, and I'll show you guys what I changed in the next stream, and we'll probably continue working on this if I don't feel like working on the Neuro EP. I'm really liking how this is turning out. I got another project which I've been working on. I've got a short clip that I can show you, and that sounds like this. So that's the other project that I started, and you can probably hear the break is the exact same break as we have here. This one. It's the exact same break, so I'm probably going to change that break in this project and look for a better one. But it's the same break. That's the other, pretty much the other project that I started. And I'm really interested in making more stuff like this. I might even try some slower stuff as well. Because I'm quite interested to see how I would do at slower stuff, you know? Something around maybe 140 beats per minute or 130 or something even slower, maybe like 100. That could be cool as well. I'm also thinking about doing another glitch hop track because I haven't really made any glitch hop in the last few years. Mostly been going towards drum and bass lately, so I might try and do some more glitch hop stuff again sometime, if you guys want to see that. And I'll definitely be able to do some tutorials about that as well. Same for the Liquid stuff. I probably will do some tutorials about Liquid sounds as well. Especially because I'm getting into it right now. I'm really liking it, so. What's your doll? Oh wait, you're talking about somebody who just joined the Discord server. Good. I'm probably gonna set up moderators soon as well. Wait, let me see. I can probably make you a moderator here, Chris. How do I do that? Here, Chris, you're now a moderator on my channel. So anytime I'm live streaming, you will be able to kick people or remove comments or whatever if somebody posts something weird in the chat. I haven't gotten any moderators on my YouTube channel, so we need some people like that. And seeing you are a moderator in the chat, in the Discord server, so it would probably be good to have you here as a moderator as well. So yeah, guys. What saw do you guys make? What saw? Are we making a saw? No, thanks guys. Thanks for being here today. And it was a pretty good stream. We've streamed for almost 4 hours, so it's been a good moment. Good amount of time. Terry Da Libra and David Brothers Loss Aversions. Yeah, I'll probably check that out and see if I like it. I'll check it out. It might give me some inspiration for the vocals, yeah. So I'll definitely check it out, and I'm probably gonna look around and see if I can find a vocalist that wants to work with me on a track like this. I probably think I'll be able to find someone. I do know a girl who's actually a singer. She's in a band and she's touring, so she might be able to do something. I haven't heard her. I haven't heard her tracks lately, so I don't know how well she sounds on her vocals, but I do know she's playing like big festivals with her band in the Netherlands, so she's probably sounding good enough, you know? But I'll see. She has to fit the track though, so I'll definitely have to look up and see how she sounds right now. But she is the what is it? The daughter of my boss or the granddaughter of my boss? Not too sure, but she's family of my boss of my my regular job that I have. So should be easy enough to get in touch with her. I'll check that track out and see what the vocals sound like, and if something like that could work on a track like this. And I'll see if I can find someone that wants to do some vocals, and maybe she wants to, and otherwise I'll just, you know, look around, see if I can find some people through the audio schools here in the area. There's probably going to be plenty of singers around to get in touch with. It's just that I don't know many, so I'll have to look around for it. Now, any of you who are still watching, join the Discord server. I'm going to be there in a little bit. I'm going to go downstairs right now and just watch TV for a little bit and grab a drink and grab something to eat, and then I'll probably be back in the Discord server to talk to you guys. So if you've got anything to talk about or anything you want to pique my mind about, then feel free to do so. Other than that, I hope you liked the stream. I hope you learned something, or at least had fun watching it. And I would like to see you back next week. I'm doing live streams every Friday at 8 p.m. Central European Time on this YouTube channel and on my Twitch. So if you want to join in, then definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on Twitch, whatever you want, wherever you're watching this. And you will be updated as soon as I go live next time. I also do streams every now and then in between, just during the week when I have some free time. I sometimes do random streams as well, like the one I did yesterday evening. Just join the Discord server or keep an eye on my social media like my Twitter and my Facebook to stay up to date whenever I do a live stream. So that was it today, and I'll see you back soon. Peace.